Hi, this is Tim White with Wet Sounds. I'd like to speak with you today about the Revo 12 Pse. The Revo 12 Pse is a kit, as you can see here, which is our 12-inch passive radiator enclosure. So it is a rotational molded polyethylene enclosure with two locations. One location will be loaded with a Revo 12 HP high-powered 12-inch subwoofer. The other location will be loaded with a passive radiator, what is a Revo 12 passive radiator. That gives you the opportunity to put the enclosure in any application and have a woofer firing one direction with a passive radiator. It's essentially a dummy woofer. And what we do with that is give you the capability to have increased output like a ported enclosure while staying 100% sealed. The passive radiator is tuned for this enclosure, so it's got a lot of output. Gives you the capability to have woofer firing forward, passive radiator up, woofer firing forward, passive radiator to the side of the hole. Any combination you want to spin this enclosure. With this enclosure, we include the mounting feet with quick disconnects. So you can take that, mount it down. If you need to remove it, for instance, maybe you have batteries behind the location, it's quick, it disconnects with all the wiring. You can take it, flip the switch, pull it out, have access to whatever you need behind it. So it's a really flexible enclosure. In the back of a Jeep, maybe you want some bass in your Jeep. You can put the Pse enclosure, but you're going camping, you need the room. You might have to sacrifice that woofer for that trip, so you unclick it. Now you have your whole storage space. We have multiple grill options for the Pse enclosure, so when you go to wetsounds.com or your local dealer, you can find that you'll see whichever grill you want to pick and you order it as a kit, and it'll include two grills. So you have the enclosure, the woofer, the passive radiator, and two grills and the mounting hardware all in one kit. It allows you to assemble the whole thing. It's pre-wired with Rgb wiring, so we do have an Rgb accent if you decide to add Rgb lighting to it. Again, this is the Revo 12 Pse enclosure from Wet Sounds. Check us out at wetsounds.com for more information.